So, while we didn't love the Knives Out trailer, there's another trailer that I'm also incredibly just lukewarm on, I guess. And that is the final, quote unquote, final trailer for
Quote
Dwayne The Rock
unquote.
Johnson's Black Adam. Although, while I was just kind of ho-hum about this trailer, thank God they didn't say the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change in this
Gah.
trailer. I'm so sick of that line. Does he get that line is becoming a meme at this point? Like, is he aware?
There's no way he doesn't. There's no way he doesn't know it.
Yeah, it's just we're sick of it. But they dropped the final trailer during Thursday Night Football. Go Bills. Rams looked super awkward in that game. But they showed this trailer, and I'm still incredibly hesitant about this movie. Like, I know I'm supposed to be getting more and more excited, and I am, for all the things in this movie that aren't called Black Adam. I'm
Yeah.
super excited to see Dr.
Yeah.
Fate. I think the more I see Dr. Fate, the costume looks perfect. Pierce Brosnan looks perfect. Hawkman. Oh, you've perfectly translated Hawkman, and I cannot wait. I really like what they're doing with Atom Smasher's suit, and I have no knowledge whatsoever on Cyclone, so I can't even pretend to be like, oh yeah, they're doing justice to Cyclone character. I think they're really bringing a new element to that character. She's twirling. It looks cool. Like, I don't know. But you know, this trailer does the one thing that they should have done a long time ago. Show the frickin' villain. Which, if you're only just now showing the villain, it makes me wonder how much he's actually gonna be in this. But also, maybe they're holding a lot back from the trailers because we do see the same stuff over and over and over again of whatever fight happens with Black Adam, Hawkman, Dr. Fate in a like brown goldish city, whatever color corrected city that is. We keep seeing that one action set piece over and over and over again. So maybe they're hiding some stuff. I don't want to say I'm souring on Black Adam, but I'm becoming more and more cautious of it as opposed to just Leroy Jenkins blind bum rushing into this movie going, I'm excited. Like, I'm not that anymore. This that visual?
You're what? You're what there, buddy? Are you excited? Are you excited?
I'm
Like,
excited.
I'm kind of with you though, because there's a I'm still thinking about the I'm excited. To me, I think they're kind of going with like a Suicide Squad thing, because technically we didn't really know the villain until the movie came out. We didn't really know what was waiting for them in the actual, in the laboratory and all that stuff. So like, there's certain elements like I'm completely okay with them keeping those kind of story details like out of our minds, out of the trailers, so that, because like you said, we've kind of seen the same action set piece over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm really curious. There's no way that this movie is going to be like 15 minutes long and we're only going to see two action set pieces. You know what I mean? So like we'll see. I haven't done a whole lot of research as far as who the villain is supposed
Sabaac.
to be. Who?
Sabaac, to which my brain immediately goes, isn't that the Star Wars card game?
Yeah.
That Han beat Lando in? Yeah, his name is Sabaac, and he's basically a demonic entity within the DCEU. I'm going, cool. Move you to the side. Edrican, please. Move you to the side.
Or like
Trigon,
please. So in and that's why I have questions, because in that very short scene of him coming out of the water, I was like, I'm getting Trigon vibes, but there's no way that they would introduce Trigon without Raven, because that relationship doesn't make sense, unless like you can't have one without the other. It'd be like taking Joker and plopping him in Metropolis. Like, that just doesn't make sense, character wise. But yeah, so we'll see. I like you, am still very lukewarm on Black Adam, which is, I think, really crazy, because I think maybe 2 months ago, I was pretty hyped.
Yeah, same.
And now I think the over saturation of content that's been sent out to us, and just like the
But
weird
it's
things
the
that Rock,
same content.
yeah, and that's what it's like. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Maybe what we're seeing is literally 20 minutes of the film, and that's it. Um, I hope that's all it is, and that there's so much more going on. Um, and I really hope that Black Adam is like a villain by the end. I really don't want them to lean into this anti-hero thing, because that's really not, at least to my understanding, what Black Adam is.
Yeah, here's what I'm kind of hoping and thinking might be the case. Uh, maybe the entire first half of the movie is set in old Kondak, like when he's still Teth Adam before he even gets the powers, and maybe maybe like the halfway point is him getting cursed or banished or whatever, and then like put away for those 5,000 years before he's brought back. Like maybe we spend a decent amount of chunk of time with him in the past before we bring him to the present. So maybe this is like the big action set piece. Here's the other thing that's kind of giving me pause for concern. And I know directors can have good movies and can have bad movies, but as fans, we often do well, what did you do recently? What was the last thing you did? Before
Mm-hmm.
this, the director of Black Adam did Disney's Jungle Cruise with Dwayne Johnson, which is why he's doing this movie, because Dwayne Johnson was so impressed with what he did with Jungle Cruise that he's just like, Black Adam, I'm
Yeah,
going,
because that
you
content
were
was like
impressed?
it's so related. Like, come on. I mean, Jungle Cruise isn't terrible, but like that's
It's
like,
not terrible, but it's just using Pirates of the Caribbean's leftover pieces.
yes, I agree.
Exactly using story verbatim. I'm worried that it's The Rock more just going, it's not so much that I thought the movie was good. It was, you let me do what I wanted for Jungle
Mm-hmm.
Cruise. You gave me a lot of creative leeway, for better, for worse. Like, you could tell a lot of the dialogue in Jungle Cruise was ad-libbed and off the cuff, which I'm not against ad-libbing, but to a certain extent, you need to kind of rein it in, a la Thor: Love and Thunder. So I don't know. I'm just kind of getting more and more worried about Black Adam. Of just like, we keep seeing the same stuff over and over again, and who knows? Maybe this is because they're having a big surprise element to this. They have surprises that they don't want to ruin. Also, Dwayne Johnson, you know you're a marketing guy.
Yeah.
So, Josh, did you see this thing about him and the test audiences?
No, I didn't
So
actually.
he hosted a test screening for Black Adam where he was quote unquote where the audiences quote unquote couldn't see him. I'm going, the man is gigantic. There's no way the audience didn't see him hiding in the eighth row behind Chuck there. So he comes down at the end, and before anyone starts asking them questions, he goes, what'd y'all think of the movie? I'm sorry, Rock, but you're gonna taint the people's perspective of the movie. They're not gonna tell The Rock, hey, we didn't really love your movie. Um, that's not how that works. So if you wanted an actual gauge of what your audience was saying, don't show up until afterwards. Like, if you're that confident about your movie, wait until the feedback, then come out and thank people for their time. But the fact that after the movie's finished, he was just like, hey guys, what'd you think? Like, come on, come on. Worse yet, he's asking all these questions like, so what did you like about the ending? I'm like, that's not a question for a survey. That's
Yeah, that's not how that works. That's not how test screenings work.
like, or what made the ending great? I'm like, that's that's not how that works. The question should have been, what aspects of the movie did you like? Did you not like? Or what are your thoughts on the ending? Saying, why did you like the ending, or what did you like about the ending, is such a super leading question.
Yeah.
Like, come on
You
now.
you're forcing the reaction. Like, I can see myself like getting that question and be like, well, especially if I didn't like it, and being like, well, I didn't like it, but I don't know, how do I phrase this in a way that still answers the question.
Yeah, so I'm
So
just like,
That's so weird. Yeah, that's not how surveys work. That's not how test screenings work.